For the train, you're going to use 4 260s. I'm using 2 dark blues, 1 gray, 1 white, and then also a white 5-inch round. All right, go ahead and blow those 2 dark blue ones up the same, with about 8 or so fingers at the end, maybe 7 or so. And then that gray, you don't need too much of, probably about in there. And then same thing with the white, it doesn't have to be blown up too much. This will be for the smoke coming out the top. And this is for the front of the train, that white round. Just make it about 4 to 5 fingers length on the width. All right, grab one of those dark blues, and this is gonna start the front of our train. Okay, do about a 2-inch bubble, and then a 1-inch bubble or less, and lock that in with a pinch twist. Another 1-inch bubble, and then pinch twist that as well. So we'll have 2 next to each other. Bring that down. All right, go down about 4 of my fingers there. And then another 1-inch bubble or less, and pinch twist that. And then go across here, about the same as the one we just made, 4 fingers. And then another pinch twist there. And then we're gonna do a 3rd bubble like the other 2 we just made. It's gonna be about the 4 fingers across, matching the other side. Now we're going to bring those together, so it's going to create a little triangle. So lock it in there between those 2 pinch twists. Just bring it all around. This will create part of the front section of the train. We actually can get rid of the rest of that. So you could start with a little less air in this balloon if you want. So go ahead and tie that off and then just wrap it around to secure it in place. Or you can just wrap it around enough times so the air won't come out. All right, that's how it should look. Now grab your next balloon here, which is the gray. Quite a bit left at the end there. We're going to start with a section there. It's about 6 fingers lengths across or so. And then we're going to do another bubble that's the same exact size. And we're going to tie those ends together. So you get 2 matching bubbles next to each other. Tie that nozzle through. And then do a 3rd one. Make them all the same size. At this point, I'm going to push that 3rd one through the middle of the first 2 I just made, and that'll lock it all into place, so it's not going to go anywhere. Adjust it to where you need. And this last section you can just pop off. We just want those 3 bubbles there. Okay, go ahead and tie that off. And then hide that little piece there. Okay. Now we're going to grab that white round balloon we have, the 5-inch white round. And I'm going to tie that nozzle into one of those ends of that gray section. The gray is going to be the center of the train. Tie it in real tight, so it's nice and snug up next to the gray part. Now we're going to grab that first piece we had, the front part of the train with that triangle, and we're going to push that white round balloon through the center there. Just pop it through. Don't be scared, it's going to pop right through nice and easy. All right, and that holds it all into place. Adjust that top there. All right, grab that next dark blue balloon there. It's the same size as the first one. And this is going to be the sides of the train to start to finish it off. Now make a 2-inch bubble or so. and then a 1-inch bubble next to it. Go ahead and pinch twist that. All right, now we're going to grab that main body of the train we just made, and with that first 2 bubbles we just twisted in, we're going to wrap it into the back of that gray section. So I'm just taking that first bubble in there and wrapping that through. This is going to be the back of the train. And now we're going to start doing the sides. Right there. All right, so for this you're doing quite a few bubbles. And make them all the same size, so about 1 inch. And then make sure you twist around quite a few times. Because we're doing bubbles right next to each other. If you don't twist enough times around, they can come undone a little easier. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do 4 of them. Okay, and then we're going to lock it into that pinch twist we made earlier on the bottom of the triangle. Wrap that in. Now we're going to bring that blue balloon we're working with there, the dark blue, and we're going to wrap it around. And you want to do it so it's right underneath that round balloon we just popped in there. So it looks like that. You just get the section you want to twist and then twist it. Now you're ready to tie that in. Now just push that through that pinch twist on the other side. All right, now we're going to do the exact same process that we just did on the other side. So we'll go ahead and create 4 more bubbles right there, just like we did there. And for this process, I like to squeeze a bit before I make that bubble. That tends to help, especially toward the end of the balloon as we're pushing the air toward the very end of it. Okay, there's the 3rd bubble there. And then create the 4th. And hold both ends really tight so they don't come undone before you wrap it in. And now just twist that into that tail of the train. All right, we're almost done. And we don't need that last section there, so we can pop that off. And then I'll just make a tie there, or you can just push it through a couple times. All right, so we just have 1 more 260 and then we'll be done. Grab that last 260, which is a white, and you're only using about that much. So blow up to your desired length. And then grab that main train body, and we're gonna tie it in at the top there. And that's kind of gonna be the smokestack coming out. So tie it in twice to lock it in. And now from here we're going to do several bubbles, just like we did on the sides. Make a second one, and a third. And a fourth. Okay, we'll do a 5th one here. That way the smoke kind of pushes up a little bit in the front. And now we're just going to tie in that nozzle that's left over on the blue, on that tail. Bring it around a few times so it locks it into place. Okay, and we don't need the excess there, so I'm just going to pop that off and then make sure I tie. And what I do here is I tie those ends together, because that blue nozzle, if just wrapped around, it's not actually locked into anything technically. So I want to tie those together, and I'm eliminating a step by just doing it all at one time. And then I pull off the extra pieces if I want there. And that is the train. Good job, guys. You can draw on the front or whatever, but it looks super good.